like to say lately, we could put on, and it's held true. This is the episode of Steel Toe I chose this week. And not only do we have a lot of clips of Aaron embarrassing himself, but I had to pull back. I was telling Casey before the show, this is going to be a long segment. And this was me kind of censoring myself in a way, saying well, I can't clip this one because it'll just be 9 hours of Aaron. And we can't do that. I can't do that to you people. So I did my best in editing, self-editing a little bit, and just having snippets of Aaron talking about the goal and all things toe. So let's start. This is Thursday's show, and we're on the cusp of a perfect week. I know I'm late to the party. You guys probably already know that. But we are getting ready for yet another perfect week that Aaron will tell us about. And it seems a little odd to me, some of the stuff he says about that, but we'll get into it.
Fun start. Here we go.
Yeah.
Look at this. Chrissy with $15. Not that one. Nay. Chrissy with $15 says, very funny show yesterday. Thanks. Well, thank you. Isn't that a sweet way to start your day? I'm glad you liked yesterday's show. Today's show is going to be just as good. You know what yesterday's show had? Yesterday's show had an audience that hit the goal in the first 2 hours. It was beautiful.
That is fun. You know the best part of yesterday's show? The people watching gave a lot of money.
Yes. Got to the goal. I just sailed through, just coasted.
Do you think that's what she meant, Aaron? God love her. This Chrissy was loving the show yesterday. Do you think her favorite part was how early and often everyone donated? Oh, man, I was watching the show yesterday. It was so much fun. What did they talk about? I don't even really know. I was just watching the chat, and those supers were flying in. Oh, was it fun? We had a bunch of Rogan clips, and I had fun listening to those. I had fun. I gave Joe a little guff earlier, but I had fun listening to Bill Murray on the Joe Rogan Experience. But it was tough for me. I don't even really know what they talked about. I was just thinking, man, Joe Rogan's getting so much money to do this podcast. And that's what really puts a smile on my face. I like to think that everyone is being paid properly.
How much did they pay Bill Murray? I wonder. Oh, that's all I'm thinking.
Yeah. Does Joe pay his guests? If not, I don't want to listen.
What is the parking reimbursement situation like? That is what I care.
Does he fly them in? How does it work? I don't care what he says about John Belushi. I want to know how he got down there. Was it on his own dime?
Belushi Smalushi, are we getting a lunch fund?
Yes. Yeah, does Joe take them out? Yes. How does that work?
I was just free to create. Just free to create. 290 away from today. Remember, you guys did go over yesterday.
Look at those wrists. The shackles are off, baby. You're free to create right now. I'll tell you something. I have zero idea how many super chats we got today. We've read them, and I don't know how many there are. I'm not keeping count because I'm free to create, as Aaron would say. So fucking go for it, man. Worry about the dollars after. You're free, baby. You're footloose and fancy free to do all the creating you want. He's like, oh, man. Yesterday's audience wasn't tying me down the way today's is.
16, by the way, is the number. Here we go.
As well. Thank you very much for that. 290 away from today. So look, you got 2 hours to get to 200. Ain't that nice? That's going to be a sweet start to the day. You know me. I'm a whore for Streamlabs, PayPal, and Venmo. Those are my favorites. I'm a millennial.
Yeah,
instant gratification.
I love it. I just love it so much when you give me those donations. I'm a little slut for donations. You know me. I'm a dirty little whore for those donos. Oh, have I been bad? Why don't you tell me in super chat form, big boy? Oh, yeah, shove those donations in me. I'm a slut for donos.
Somewhere Ricada is getting a shiver down his spine right now. He's like, I've heard this before.
Oh, man, shove those rumble rants inside me. I'm gaping. And rumble rants are spilling out of me.
You gotta stop.
I love super chats and gifted memberships and rumble rants and gifted
I want to swallow them whole. I'm taking so much Streamlabs right now.
On Rumble. By the way, we are hitting a record number of Rumble subscriptions. Rumble
that mean?
subscriptions are the highest they've ever been. Thank you guys
that
very
mean?
much. That's from you guys.
Whoa. Isn't it always going to be higher? Like, unless you're losing your audience.
It's a record.
You know
We
what?
had two
Hey,
people.
guys, subscribe to the Patreon. You could be a record-setting member.
Yes.
Because whatever the number is now, we've never had one more than that. So guys, go set the record for Patreon subscribers.
And then unfollow at the end of the day. You can do it all over again tomorrow. Be at the top of tomorrow.
You can tie the record tomorrow. If you
Every
subscribe, then unsubscribe, then resubscribe, you can have like 6 records.
By the way, that is a perfect stalking tool. If I saw the same guy at just recently subscribed weeks in a row, I'd be like, this is a monster. So that is a good.
Yeah, what's happening?
That is a good troll.
Constantly donating those subscriptions and then people keeping them. And we're right around 500 members over on YouTube.
Ooh,
so thank you guys very much.
Hold on.
good.
Let me do that's terrific. Good for you, Aaron. Let me do a little math here. 500 members paying him $5 a month. Does that knock the goal down at all? I haven't heard him mention that.
I don't think that counts towards the goal. Let's be honest. We all
Why
know
not?
that is not a goal counting.
Well, why not? I never hear him say, of course we're going to deduct the amount that I get in members every month, because that's not on you guys. Like, the people are already paying.
Short answer, greed. I think is the only thing we got here.
That's just so weird. It's interesting to brag about the amount of subscribers you have when it's actually to your detriment, because it lets people know, oh, Aaron has income every month. I don't need to super chat him.
Yeah. No members. I need the help. Would be a better ploy.
Right,
for that.
right.
Nick is sad is the next one.
Well, this is Aaron winning the breakup. You ever heard that term where two lovers part ways? And this is how you know.
Three.
That's right. 4, I guess. But Aaron has parted ways with his lover Nick, and Aaron is winning the breakup here, which is very nice to see. This is not a man, not just coping, but like kind of seems like he misses Nick. Like that's not what comes across here at all, is what I'm trying to say.
JH says, Aaron, did you see Ricada lie about you on Camelot's birthday stream last night? Was his mouth moving?
Nice.
Then, yes, he was probably lying.
Always lying, this guy.
He's always worried about how his mouth is. You notice that?
Well, and by the like, I'm sure Nick Ricada is a lie. I don't know much about Nick Ricada, but I'm sure he does lie.
He's a lawyer. It's their job.
Right, exactly. But that's like for Aaron to ignore that everything he says is a lie also. Like, you lied about the situation with Nick daily. What are you talking about?
The man is in a hell of his own making. Let him live there.
With my
The man's in a hell of his own making. Let him live there. He's now on the Stuttering John Glory Days angle. Somebody
What does that
wrote to me.
mean?
And
I
said,
thought Aaron thought talking about Stuttering John was gay. How does he know all these references? It's weird.
Nick said he used to make more in a month than you made in a year. And to quote our truth, used to is a rooster in Brewster. What you done for me lately? Cry, get sad. Cry, get sad.
Hold on. We're on the verge of a really good bit. You might not be laughing yet, but what if I told you this lasts what feels like 9 minutes? Are you laughing yet? Because you will be. Listen to how long he does this.
Is this the Steel Toe or Littlefoot show? Hey,
Get sad. Miss Aaron's penis, get sad.
Wait a second.
Cry, get sad. Miss Aaron's penis, yell about Aaron.
What?
Aaron, love Aaron, hate Aaron, love Aaron, hate him. Cry, get sad. I would go back to streaming. I would start streaming again, but I'm so sad. And not sad that he's a fuck up who destroyed everyone around him. He's not sad about what Hurricane Nick did to everyone in his life to humiliate them.
Doesn't this sound like a girl bitching about her
Yes.
ex-boyfriend that she's still in love with?
yes, and we heard the penis references twice in there, Aaron.
Yeah,
twice,
that was a
you
little
said.
weird, no?
Yeah.
Misses his penis. I mean, he once
Never
had
talked.
it.
Never talked about another man like that. No.
Yeah, that would mean he once had your penis to do as he wishes.
And the voice he was using there, by the way, as well, I'm just saying.
Sad. You're so sad.
When you say penis like that, we're just gonna
It is, and
and
listen, like I'm sure maybe Nick's. I don't watch a lot of Nick, so maybe Nick sounds the same way when he talks about Aaron. These are two guys that I think were passionately in love with each other. Like this is how a teenage girl like he can do whatever he wants. I don't even good. I'm happier now. Like I don't even care what Nick's doing. I bet he's just jealous of how good I'm doing. Oh, we all
in
believe.
hell of his own making.
Yeah, we
Except
all
the one
believe.
that-
You sound very believable when you talk like this.
Got away, and that's what's
Very
bothering
masculine.
him.
Whoa, go
But-
back. Go back. You thought the penis thing was weird. Listen how Aaron refers to himself in Nick's head.
Hurricane Nick did to everyone in his life to humiliate them, except the one that got away, and that's what's bothering him.
Wait,
But
Aaron
Ugh.
sees himself as the one that got away. Like Nick was just up at night. Oh, me and Aaron could have such a life together. Oh, if we could just get these pesky vaginas out of our bed. Aaron, I think Aaron wishes he and Nick like had something. You know what I mean? Like I think Aaron's a little jealous that the girls got in the way of what could have been a lovely relationship. And again, like a lot of people call Aaron gay and make fun of him. Whatever. If you're gay, you're gay. Terrific. Like I said about Anthony Jeselnik, just be gay. Like who gives a shit in this day and age? That's fine. But it's weird to then like accuse other people of that. Which, by the way, no one ever does that, right? No one just
no.
fucking slams gay people because they're hiding their own demons, as it were. That's never happened.
No, like the first 5 minutes of Liberace's show were him just calling out the gays in his audience. It was crazy.
Yeah, Aaron's on the Tonight Show. Aaron, when are you going to settle down and find a lady?
soon, Jay, soon. Once I sell this candelabra.
he's just sad in general. He's sad that everyone picked on him. He's sad that cops picked on him. He's sad that I picked on him.
What's
He's
his
just sad.
voice?
He's sad that when the drugs ran out, his side piece left him. He's just so sad. He really is insecure.
The side piece,
about
by the way, was your wife.
Oopsie.
It's amazing he got that long out of it, quite frankly. He brought another man's wife into his home. He left and she stayed.
Yeah.
I don't know if he thought he was going to have that good of a run with her.
It was a dumb idea, but they were all still high on it while Aaron had come down.
the about Aaron being let's just say a bit more physically capable than he is.
Ooh.
He really wishes he's on that little mouse thing where he's like, I could beat him up, you know. I could beat him up.
I like
Sure.
when a guy says, let's just say, and then says the exact thing. Let's just say I'm stronger than Nick. It's like, well, you're not alluding to anything. You're just saying it pretty blatantly.
As his man tits hang over his shirt.
Let's just say I box and he doesn't. You'll read between the lines there. It's like, no, we got it. We got it.
Of course, sweetie. Yes. Because you're a big boy. You're a big boy who's just a little sad.
We got it.
You're just a sad big boy.
Stop saying
And
it.
you can beat up anybody. Your mommy told you so. So, yeah, I heard about it, JH. It was very funny. Look, when someone who doesn't like you is breaking down, losing it, and obsessed over you, great piece of advice here. Keep letting them.
It's
Keep
weird. Like if someone that didn't like me was breaking down, I guess I should say someone that I didn't like. If someone that didn't like me did it, I wouldn't really give a shit because I'm honest and Aaron isn't. But if someone I didn't like was having a meltdown, we'd play it and have fun with it. And Aaron would say, "Well, that's not the kind of show." Talking about drama is gay. I don't talk about that drama. Well, you just spent what seemed like 45 minutes talking about how sad Nick is. So you do talk about it. So why not play it and react to it? The answer to that might be that we would all realize Aaron's at the very least exaggerating. And Nick isn't that broken up about it. Like, I think from what I know, maybe I don't know a lot about Nick Rekieta, but from what I've seen, I think Nick likes fucking with Aaron and likes that it riles him up. I'm sure there's an element of don't know if jealousy is the right word, but like Nick wants to fuck with this guy, obviously. There's an element of like hostility there for sure. But I think he also just likes seeing how Aaron reacts to it. And Aaron's giving him everything he wants because he's so bad at it. If Aaron was owning Nick, Nick might be like, oh, fuck, I messed with the wrong guy. But Aaron's just not great at that. So everyone looks bad.
I watched a show called Fargo, and they're looking for ideas for season 6. This is the idea. The whole thing. The whole scandal. Have William H. Macy play Aaron. Just do this whole thing in weird.
It would be, I love that show. It would be great for us. But then the rest of the country would be like, I don't understand. The crime this year is he sent a picture of a naked woman? That's the whole thing?
It's like 7 episodes in a hot tub. What is this?
I don't get this.
And how embarrassing. Like, it's Camelot's birthday, and he's like, do I have to hear about this fucking retard from this other fucking retard again? Is this really what we're going to do?
Oh, he's still going.
He's become so obsessed, he doesn't even know what's going on in pop culture. Like, he doesn't know how to turn a phrase, tell a joke, throw a quip out there. Nothing.
That's not
So
what
it's got to
pop
be
culture
very
is.
difficult for him to watch me just kind of.
Now, hour 2 on why he's obsessed with me.
If you turn on a top 40 radio station, they're not like, hey, kids, we're turning phrases today. That's not what pop culture is. TMZ is not telling you the latest quips
Go
in
on
the
with the show,
zeitgeist.
which is what we're doing now. Let's talk about some twerking, shall we?
Aaron
What a segue.
segues. Okay, I always wonder if you and Craig think I've made a mistake on the time that I give you. Because sometimes,
Yes.
yeah, I'm not. Because my segues are his favorite. Where
Yeah.
he's just like, oh, Nick is really embarrassing himself. All right, gang, donate while I talk about twerking. What do you say?
The first time I cut clips for Steel Toe, I ran into that, and I was like,
Yeah,
well, wait a second. There's like 5 of them now. So I started to get a pattern.
I do want Aaron telling us what the next topic is, usually.
Yes. This one's called This Can't Be Right.
Oh, is there something amiss? Let's hear.
That's where we've gotten. Thank you very much for the $5, W man. 275 away from today's goal. Go ahead and throw us a couple of bucks. Get us down to 200 by 8 o'clock. You got plenty of time to do that. It is the final goal of the week. It is 4 straight weeks of perfection if we knock it out today. All right.
Casey,
Yes.
you were on this program a couple weeks ago, remember? We didn't talk about Aaron last week, so I can't confirm to you what happened last week. But the last time we did a show, you and me, Casey, we talked about Steel Toe. Remember, I believe there was a very humiliating episode where he was nowhere near his goal and then goes, all right, guys, I guess I'm just going to stay on until you give me enough money. That factors into perfection. That was 2 weeks ago. He's like, oh, yeah, 4 straight perfect weeks. What factors into Aaron being perfect is him going, oh, God, I guess I might have to quit doing the show. We might turn the lights out here. 185 away. We have 30 seconds left. Is anyone going to donate? That's perfect. That's Aaron going, boy, we've had a perfect week. Like, he just lies. Aaron, I watch this show for the goal. Don't lie to me like that. It's very frustrating.
He enjoys fudging the numbers. The next clip, Mike.
He does. He certainly does do that. So maybe that's how you get to 4 straight perfect weeks, is just kind of, rounding up.
Let's go to Fouch or Dive Bar says, come on, Flinty Gecko. You can break the 500 mark and go down in Steel Toe history.
I like the shit talk. Hey, Flinty Gecko, do you want to be part of history or not? You want to be the Barry Bonds of Steel Toe?
Where's MSO in all of this? Because that's what I need to know.
WHMH 101.7 top donations. Miss Tay is on top. Now, is she really? I've been counting her Australian money as American money. Let's see where she really would be.
Then what the fuck are we doing, Aaron? What the fuck is all this? You've centered your show around the goal. It's why I get up in the morning. It's all I have, Aaron. I'm a very sad man. All I talk about is drama. I need you, Aaron, to do a show. I need you. And you've been lying to me this whole time? What am I to believe in?
Why do I even study exchange rates an hour before your show? Why do I even do that?
That's how I keep up with this. I think, okay, here's what the Australian dollar is at today. Let me.
I thought we were going to make a killing in Japan today, Aaron. Killing.
Isn't that crazy? Listen to what he says. So it's 500 that the person has, or something like that. And listen to what he says the exchange rate is.
She really, I've been counting her Australian money as American money. Let's see where she really would be if I wasn't such a lazy cunt. She would be at 230 American dollars, but we're counting it as
We're counting it as what?
363.
363. So we're off by over $100.
Flinty Gecko is having a heart attack right now.
What does any of this mean?
No stakes. Not even kept right. It's the worst sport ever.
And there's no way that's the only foreign donation that comes in. Like, I'm sure he gets them all the time. Aaron's got a very big audience all over the world that loves giving him money. So what am I to believe? That none of this was real?
First.
Very upsetting.
Flinty Gecko is in second at 250. Dill Dog
Or
is
is
in
he?
third at 200.
Flinty Gecko's got a gripe. I got to say.
It might be 130.
Yeah.
And then look at that. Nick the Milkman at 72. And we've got a perfect week, and we only have 3 people over triple digits. That means a lot of you have been throwing in a little bit at a time, and I really appreciate it.
Shout out to the role players, you know?
Thank you
Yes.
so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you to the Robert Ory's out there.
Who's Tom Brady's favorite receiver? You know who that is, Casey Day?
Deion Branch.
You're way off. It's the open
Okay.
receiver.
Guy. Okay. Look,
He finds his man. And that's what Aaron says. The open wallet is his favorite. Whoever is willing to give him $10, he doesn't care who it is or where they are, or even if it's really worth $10. As long as some money is coming in, Aaron, that's how Aaron operates. He's very generous in that way.
This next one is called Woo Jokes. Woo Jokes.
This is I've become familiar with Aaron's bits. And there's a thing on his show. And listen, I'm not going to criticize him for this because there's things today, for example. You could take that R. Kelly clip and be like, what the fuck are they doing? Why are they doing R. Kelly talking about it? Doesn't make any sense. So I don't know the backstory on this show as well. So I'm not going to like critique his bits in that way. But it's the way Aaron goes about talking about it. Paying himself homage is what's frustrating about this. So they're talking about Mayor Wu from right here in Boston. There's some clip that Aaron found that Mayor Michelle Wu was a part of. And Aaron says, what is her brother Ken Wu from the Mighty Ducks? Now, I don't get that joke. They're just two people with the same last name. I don't really get it, why that's funny. But like I said, I don't know all the backstory of this show. I don't know Aaron's humor, so who the fuck am I? But then the fans pile on, and they're like, we know more woos, so we can make fun of this. And that's what Aaron's doing here.
Das Optic Nerve says the best woo was Old Dirty Bastard. Oh, yes, of course. Yes, Mayor Wu, could you say hi to your brother Tang for us? Be appreciated.
I don't. Wu-Tang.
Oh, Chips and Dip said the
I don't
best.
personally get it,
her brother, her father, famous Gopher hockey coach Doug Wu. It's Doug Woog, you asshole.
Yeah, you piece of shit.
Don't
Get
try
the
to
fuck
reach.
out.
There's
Get right out of
plenty
here. You piece of garbage. Pick up your shit and walk out of here. There's no room for that kind of messing around.
I remember Pryor's Woo work back in '79. Had the aisles rolling.
That's right.
Woos out there. I think my favorite woo of all time must be Ric Flair.
Okay, now, based on what they're doing, I don't mind that. That's fine. It's a funny reference. Hey, it's off the beat of what everyone was thinking. You already hear Aaron laughing at himself. Listen to what he says about his own comedy here.
If you don't think that I've been hilarious this morning,
Okay.
I have news. This show is not for you. And we should lovingly part ways.
All right, we got something new for the outro.
Well, don't overreact because there's a couple things that might really need to go in there. So we might have to pick and choose, but you're right. That is a great quote. I'll tell you, if you don't think this show has been hilarious today, meaning my show, you're probably right. It's totally fine that you think that. Aaron is like, oh my God. And he's doing this every day. He's like, we've done such a great show. We've done a show worthy of you giving me so much money. If you don't think I'm hilarious, I don't know what you're thinking, man. Like, to have that ego, I think what's endearing about Shane Gillis is like he doesn't have that ego about himself. And he probably should at this point, you know? But like, he doesn't present it that way. It's what's off-putting what we said about Anthony Jeselnik is having that ego. To have that ego about yourself and do something so bland and boring every morning, it's astounding to put yourself in that elite category where he's like, if you don't think this is hilarious, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. In a way, I do envy that confidence. Like, I wish I thought that someone not liking this show was completely unfathomable. Like, but I get it. If you don't like the show, that's fine. Aaron's like, if you don't think I'm hilarious, you need to get that brain checked, my friend.
It's the greatest line ever. I need to hear it again.
If you don't think that I've been hilarious this morning, I have news. This show is not for you. And we should lovingly part ways.
That is kind of perfect for the outro, if I'm being honest.
Fuck.
You might be right. Well, we'll rank them at the end because I think there's a couple other examples that I wanted to throw in there. So we'll see which one's best.
I'll tell you this. For every one of you who leaves, there's 900 people who need to be seeing this because it's the show they've been looking for. Whoa.
Hurry!
Yeah, I can't go.
Hurry!
I can't hit the high
Quick!
notes anymore.
You're running to your neighbor's house? Put on Steel Toe! He's doing the bit about Michelle Wu.
Is it a dirty bomb? No, it's Steel Toe. Get it. Turn it on your screen.
Oh, is he adding something that no one could have thought of?
Going.
No, he's saying some other people have her last name.
If you don't like my show, you're crazy.
I have news. This show is not for you. And we should lovingly part ways. But I will tell you this. For every one of you who leaves, there's 900 people who need to be seeing this because it's the show they've been looking for. Whoa. See, I can't go. I can't hit the high notes anymore. Let's keep going with you guys' terrible.
Not without Ricada behind you. Hey,
fucking Woo jokes.
Yeah, you guys had the terrible ones. Aaron had the really good ones.
Struggling is what's next, which I can't believe this man ever does.
Well, this is tough because you start to see, things are wavering a bit. And we're all rocking and reeling and hanging from the ceiling with our woos. We're coming up with our favorite woos, and that's a lot of fun. But then you start to remember the goal, and you're like, oh boy, I don't notice that number moving. Should we be worried, Aaron? But Aaron always is a steady hand on the wheel.
All right, guys, we're officially, we're not officially behind until we're over 200 away from the goal by 8 o'clock, but it's 7:30 and we're 265 away. Help out, guys. Throw in a few bucks. It's the last
Starting
one.
To get
last
nervous.
night we...
Hold on. 8 o'clock if they're not at 200. I didn't know that math. So by 8 o'clock, if they're not at 200, we're in trouble.
Oh, yes. Every hour, I think you're basically supposed to hit the century mark.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah. So by 7 o'clock, you're supposed to be at 300. By 8 o'clock, you're supposed to be at 200, and so on and so forth.
Holy Christ.
We struggled, too. We struggled last night. Miss Tay had to rescue us with a Gordy bailout. Everybody throw in a little bit. This is this is a show that runs on donations. Can't function without them. And
what do you mean? What does that? I know we've been asking it for months now. What the fuck does that mean? The show can't run on donation. Like so they're behind right now. And then let's say it's 8:01 and they don't have $200. Does the stream start to cut out a little bit? Like it's like that kind of choppy, like it's just choppy all of a sudden. You can't quite hear Aaron's mic, but it's still on. It's like the Back to the Future picture. It's fading. It's not gone, but it's fading a little bit. And then if they don't hit the goal by 10 o'clock or whatever, that's when just the channel disappears. It's just gone forever.
Is obnoxious. I have a guy now. He's been a fan. Says he's been a fan since 2014. Like when I ask for money, this guy like fucking sends me like really like angry messages. Like what a piece of shit I am. Everything. It's like it's remarkably unhinged. But it happens.
Well,
People hate
hold
that
on.
part.
I agree that anyone that like actually cares and is pissed off, that's a little weird. But if this guy has been a fan of Aaron's show for that long, he's passionate, I imagine. Passionate about the steel toe brand. And if he's emailing Aaron going, hey, what the fuck, man? Why is there 40 minutes a day of you talking about the goal? That's kind of crazy. I think he's like well within his rights. I don't know this man. Maybe he's not handling it well. Maybe he's threatening Aaron or something crazy. But if he's just like, hey, I hate to do this, but I felt compelled to reach out after 11 years. I'm a little sick of the goal talk. to listen to that guy. Like, people reach out to me, like in the comments or message, whatever, and they're like, hey, I don't get the steel toe stuff. That's totally normal. Like, I like doing it, so that's why we keep doing it. If you don't, just don't watch it. Like, that's how Aaron should present it is, hey, if you don't like the goal talk, it's all we do. So, bye-bye. But I think Aaron feels great shame for doing this. So he has to mention it in this way and say, it's remarkably unhinged of this man. It's actually the one time that getting mad about a podcast is kind of normal because it is infuriating.
And I always say, I'm like, well, if you hate that part, do you have a 10 you could drop in?
Oh,
That would fix the whole
I
thing.
swear to God, I listened to this.
Don't
clip.
want to.
I sent you the timestamps for it. I swear to God, I forgot what he said. And I thought he was going, I tricked my mind into believing he was going to say, if you don't like that part, just don't watch it. I didn't think he had the pomposity in him to go, hey, if you don't like that part, just give me $10. I swear that has to be a joke, Aaron. Like, I don't think Aaron realizes how funny he is in those moments. To go, hey, if you don't like it, just, fork over a crisp tenner. What do you say?
Yeah, because you know you're trapped here. Can't go anywhere else. You might as well give it on up.
That's wild delusion to be like, hey, if you don't like my show, why don't you just donate to it?
Mm-hmm. Hey, by the way, catch 22 after this. All you hate me, donate, please. Thank you.
It's your job, in fact.
It's your job.
Hey, the people that hate Casey Day, you should go over there and super chat him and tell him how much he sucks.
Oh, I'd love that. I'd be rich.
Do you have a 10 you could drop in? That would fix the whole thing.
It would?
Don't want to do this part. But then
Whoa,
again, I say that all the
whoa.
time.
I didn't know that. $10? One $10 donation makes this all go away? Well, then, Aaron, if I may, here's my American Express card. Fire away.
Nothing happens. It's fine. You guys go ahead and throw in. Let's keep the roll going. It's been a great show. Really good show.
We
It's
were
the kind of show
wooing
you
a minute
get
ago.
when we don't have to worry about $265 away from a perfect week. So Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo. It's very easy. The links are pinned to the top of the page. Click it.
I'm just getting what you said now that it's only a great show because of the money. He could have like broke news, but if he doesn't hit the goal, that show yesterday, awful.
Sucked. Yeah, if he had some, like, if people were quoted, Aaron Imholte reports on like Fox News, Aaron's greatest dream, he'd still be pretty bummed that he didn't make the goal. And he does this thing, and we pointed this out before, but like the we element, where he's like, this is a much easier show if we don't have to worry about that $265. We aren't. We're all fine with it.
Throw in a couple bucks. Avoid this part of the failure.
Yeah,
We got another crypto romance scam.
I love leaving those in now.
It's just fun to hear where he's going next. Where it's like, oh, I want to hear about the crypto romance scam. I have to pay this man.
I got a game. We stop it right before that, and I give you 4 options of random shit that he might say, and you have
It's
to
hard
pick.
because I've listened to it. It's hard, but
okay.
that could be a fun game. Maybe for the audience we'll play.
Yes. This next one's called Tone Shift.
Well, you hear you hear him getting a little worried, but he's having a fun show. He's wooing, he's having a grand old time. Here's where you get a little.
250 away from today. Yeah, Dive Bar says Gary uses the Imholte theory. Learn things the hard way. 250 away from today's goal. Thank you guys very much. Let's come on, guys. Let's get to 200 by 8 o'clock.
He has to muster the energy. He's like, let's for the love of God. All right, guys, let's do it. What do you say? He sounds like the coach for an 0-15 Little League baseball team. Where he's like, all All right, guys. What do you know what? Just have fun out there. Come on. Let's do What do you say?
I was gonna say he sounds more like a World War I trench colonel who's like, guys, over the wall, just one more time. I know, probably gonna get stabbed in the eye, but just let's do it for America.
Let's do it.
This is the last one of the week. I'm really excited to see it go down to 0. I'd really like to get that one last win for the toe. So far, 2 out of the 3 morning shows have been a little tricky. Yesterday was damn easy. The evening shows have been great. I don't want to end up in fucking gross, disgusting, barely doing a show beggar territory today. So we need to get down to that 200 by 8 o'clock.
Mind you, there are mentions of the goal I didn't clip because it was too much. And he's like, I don't want to have to start talking about the goal. It's like, that's all this is. That's all you do. The political talk is a break from goal talk, not the other way around.
It is. It's a 4-hour show and it's a 3-hour goal.
Ah, man, I don't want to have to do this to you guys. Then don't. This is what perfection looks like. He's like, oh, we almost had a perfect week. 2 of the days were like pulling teeth. And today it seems like we might not make it. And the show will have to end if we don't make it today. That's perfection in Aaron's mind. That's everything going right in the world of Steel Toe.
That is amazing that the goal is the main show and that his segments are his commercials where he takes a break.
It's background.
Yes.
Yeah, it's filler.
And I don't have to try on those because we already had a great show because I already made the goal. I get it now. I finally get this guy.
Yeah.
Looking good. So if we're not getting the contributions now, it's going to be rough sledding the rest of the way. Please and thank you. If you could, I would appreciate it. Let's drop in. You're an incredibly supportive audience. I really appreciate everything you do for the show. Please keep doing it. Don't make it something that one person has to come in, and I hate that too. Everybody, we give you so much entertainment during the week. 5 or 10 is not too much to ask. I know it's not too much to ask.
What? I've never heard that before. Where like, please, your donations, I'm not asking too much here. I've never heard that spin on it. Like, it's usually any donation counts. It's very generous of you to give 5 or 10. He's like, I mean, 5 or 10, that's the least you could do, right? Like, come on. You owe me more than that. You know it.
That would be just a baseline. Then you build off that, right, people?
Right. Like, yeah, I mean, if you want to give only 5 or 10, I guess. But, like, think about what you owe me. It's so much more.
Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Let's go. Let's get that number down so we're not doing this all day.
How many times do you think in his life he said that in that order? Venmo, Streamlabs, PayPal, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Like, that's got to be amazing. If you could just do a compilation of every time he said that, it would be arduous work, but I think well worth it.
Also, the funniest fucking headstone ever. If you put that on his headstone, that would be like, make all this worth it.
Streamlabs, and then a QR code.
Yeah, QR code.
Goes to his children.
You know he's got to do that.
Very much. I can't be more thankful. It's a fantastic best show there is out there. I think it's worth it.
I can't be more thankful. I'm giving you the best goddamn show of your lives. So, you know, come on.
Be more thankful, the best husband you'll ever have. I mean, we can see why people.
Well, he's like, this is the best show. So why aren't you donating? Well, if you think of all the best shows, whatever your favorite show out there is, the Kirk Minahan show, let's say, the Joe Rogan Experience, Tim Dillon, whoever your favorite podcaster is, think of the amount of money they say you owe them. It's roughly 0. You know what I mean? Like, Tim Dillon has a Patreon you can donate to if you'd like. It's not a requirement to listen. So for Aaron to say, like, I mean, this is the best show, so why aren't you paying me? It's like, well, we don't do that to anyone, Aaron. We've been very generous.
If this is true, I owe Kyle Dunnigan a house.
Yeah.
Perfection in Jeopardy, Mike.
Yeah, I've listened to Tuesdays with Stories for 10 years now. Think about the VIG that I owe them. I haven't paid them once.
I think it's worth it.
All right, Perfection in Jeopardy.
a guy.
Uh-oh.
Hey, boys and girls.
Hello.
It's almost 8 o'clock. Just turned 8 o'clock.
Wow, that was really almost. Holy shit. Time moves fast. Hey, it's almost. Who says at 7:59 and 59 seconds? Just round up. It's almost 8 o'clock. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Before he was done with the sentence, it was 8 o'clock.
I'm convinced Steel Toe lives on Miller's planet.
Yes. Yeah, it's like Interstellar.
Yes.
40 away from today. It's our last goal of the week. We're looking to have another perfect one. We're just you away from knocking out that perfect
That's
day.
a great. I think that's one of the ones I thought of. We're just you away.
That is a good one.
But I don't know. It doesn't fit as well as the one you were saying. So that's still in the lead. But what a great catchphrase. We're just you away from having a perfect show.
Also could be from Jeffrey Epstein. We're just you away. Get on this island.
You know what? He's not wrong. That if every podcast, if that podcast had an audience that donated the exact amount of money that you would like to live your life, that is true. It is kind of on. You know what, guys? It is sort of on you that I don't make more money. I should be incredibly rich, but you guys are kind of slacking on your end. Think of the content I've given you.
I smell a second goal show for Blind Mike Brown.
Maybe.
Throw in, pretty please, broken record, doing a great show, lots of laughs, wildly entertaining. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Rumble Rant, Super Chats.
He defines going through the motions. Very entertaining. We really appreciate you. Venmo, PayPal, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, yada, yada, yada. You guys know the drill. Come on, let's go.
That's fucking crazy.
Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on any platform you're on. It helps us. Maybe we can grab new audience members. They come in, they throw a couple of bucks in. We appreciate that.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
Who says that when they promote their show? Who says, hey, just support the show for free, like, subscribe, comment, helps new people find the show. I wish I could remember someone saying that. I can't think of anyone. I certainly can't think of a show Aaron has obsessively been listening to where the guy might say that instead of saying like, hey, give us your money. Maybe have like a politer way of asking to support the show.
If you're looking at me right in the face and you're going, fuck you, Aaron, every time you ask, I'm not going to give you any fucking money. I don't give a shit if you go away. I'm just here. As long as the entertainment's free for me, I'll listen to it. When it goes away, I'll find something else. I'm not that invested in you. That's totally fine. So all I ask.
Why is this imaginary person so angry?
Very specific, too.
Why is this listener so angry at Aaron?
That you do is hit thumbs up so maybe someone else can find the show and join you here. That
maybe you will find someone who has a lot of money they want to get rid of. Maybe you'll find someone with disposable income that they haven't dumped into this show yet.
This is the most tedious way I've ever heard anyone say hit the like button in my entire life. That's exactly what he just said. He hit the
Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. There you go. I mean, honest to Christ. 2410s.
That's very Fargo. I mean, honest to Christ.
But listen to what he's saying. Honest to Christ. 2410s. Like if 240 was too much to wrap your mind around it, think about it in increments of 10. And then it doesn't seem so daunting. Oh, I could donate $10 24 times. That's not. Why didn't you say it like that? Say it in plain English next time, Aaron.
That should be an easy number to do. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rant. Last day of the week. Perfect show on the line, and we are officially, as we always are at 8 o'clock, this is becoming very consistent. We are behind.
It's our highest rated segment.
Up next, transformative content.
Oh, well, I'm excited to get to that, but first I do want to just acknowledge. Can you imagine, like, say you're walking into work, or let's even go throughout your day at work. Throughout the first 4 hours, let's say between the hours of 6 a.m. and 10 a.m., you work first shift. And, you're in there, and 24 different individuals walk up to you and hand you a $10 bill. Wouldn't you think, I'm being fucked with? What's happening? Why? It can't just be generosity. Something, but there must be a ploy. I'm being filmed or what's going on. That's very bizarre. He says, Aaron goes, well, it's perfectly doable. Not that crazy. 24, you give me $10. That's no big deal. It would actually be insane if that happened to anyone in real life. That 24 human beings just find you and hand you $10. That would be very odd, Aaron. And to show a complete lack of acknowledgement to that. To be like, well, no, just every day. He's like, I break it down in simple math. If every day 360 people walked up to me and gave me $1, that's all I'm asking. That would be so strange if that happened in the real world. Do you not understand that?
Imagine going to work and selling your daughter's candy or your daughter's, chocolate bars and getting 10 people or 24 people to buy them. That would be an amazing day. He expects that every day, twice a day.
Yeah, then the next day you're like, more candy. Who's in for more candy? Come on.
Every day. Candy bars, candy bars, candy bars.
Yeah, so transformative content. This is interesting because I've heard Aaron often say, and frankly, I think he's right. He says these shows that cut clips of other shows and just react to them, it's really gay of them. It's gay and it's lame, quite frankly. And I don't know who he's talking about. Probably Lady K and Patrick Melton. Certainly not us. We're not gay. But the people that talk about Aaron are very gay. And so I wonder, has Aaron changed his tune on that at all? Because I notice he plays a lot of clips. What would you say about that, Mr. Imholte?
195 away from... See, there you go. Now we're back on track. It's that easy.
Nice.
Everybody throw in a little bit. Let's hit $100 by 9 o'clock. God, 1st and 15 is bitchy today. He is really fucking bitch. I don't know
Just
what I did to 1st and 15. Well, I'll tell you what I did. Very charismatic. I do a very good show. I'm very good at my job. I arouse emotions out of people.
Yeah, it's too much for us to handle. Yeah. That's what they say about every big podcaster. What was that?
It's just a sound like this old guy makes when he's upset with people.
It's fitting.
It fits.
Stealing another stream. I'm going to read it like I believe he said it.
Oh, okay.
Why are you stealing another streamer's content? You should do your own show. Come on, you can do it. It's called transformative content.
Oh.
It's called commenting on other shit.
Oh, good.
Radio shows.
Hey.
Oh, then Patrick Melton, fire away, buddy. If you thought you were gay and lame, the ban is lifted.
Yes.
Now you can start playing clips of Aaron, and it's totally cool. It's transformative content.
In television
that will show up again.
shows have been doing it forever. Oh no, 1st and 15 has never watched a show where they play something and then a panel comments on it. Oh, poor 1st and 15. No, 1st and 15, you're not holding me to a higher standard. Don't cop out behind that.
You had a panel until she left you.
Girly bullshit. You're just you're trying to make yourself a thing. You're trying to insert yourself into something. You have nothing, so you're making shit up.
It's I agree that the man's complaint seems petty. It seems silly to me. That's because I do one of these gay shows that clips other shows and talks about them. When it happens there, and he's like, yeah, 1st and 15, what are you talking about? I love this little piggy. I think they do a great job.
It's okay. You can just be a fan, and you can comment on what we're doing and have fun. Or, come on, I don't have a show. I can't do a podcast. I need to inject myself into this one. Come on, honey. Come on.
That'd be tough for 1st and 15 to hear him call honey like that. That's got to be tough. And then Aaron, what's great about Aaron is later in the show, he goes, someone pointed out, what I'm pointing out, that, hey, don't other shows do that to you and you call it gay? And he goes, do I need to explain this to you? The drama shows are the gay ones, the ones that talk about me. Like, he literally said that. And it's like, oh, so just shows that talk about you specifically. They're talking about literally anyone else. Like, he was playing a clip from the Joe Rogan Experience when the chatter said that. So he's saying, like, my segment about Bill Murray or Billy Corgan, those weren't gay. This one's very gay. I guess that's the line I wasn't aware of.
It's too bad he's gone because I sure could use a hypocrite police shirt right about now.
I know. Maybe they're still available. Can we buy them?
Well, he had 2 of them, so maybe. Maybe he'll sell one.
Yeah.
Voice of the fans, this one.
Oh, well, let's hear what the fans have to say. I think Aaron's going to speak for the fans, and he usually is pretty good at zeroing in on what they think about the show.
Coltrane, just knock it out. No thanks. That's kind of how I feel. Like every time I'm like, oh, show's goal hangs in the balance. My sanity hangs in the balance. The audience goes, yeah, I don't care. Like every time I ask, I feel like there's a portion of the audience going, Jesus Christ, dude, have we not sent you enough of a hint? We are here to watch you for free until you finally quit.
Yeah.
We love your show.
Oh.
We think it's great, but there's a million shows.
Hold on
out
a second.
there.
Whoa. You had a lot of what we were saying, and then you put a lot of words in our mouth. I like that Aaron's like, here's what the people are saying. They're like, hey, man, we're just here to watch a show. We're not here to give you money. We think you're amazing. We think you're the greatest podcaster that ever lived. You know, this is what they're saying out there. It's not me injecting that into them. This is what everyone's saying, is how great I am, but they don't feel like paying me. The example I use all the time is, did you ever watch the show Rescue Me on FX? By any chance?
I know of it. I didn't watch it, but
It was written by Dennis Leary, and he also plays the main character. It's about firefighters. And this guy has sort of a turbulent marriage. And the example I always give when I think of something like what Aaron's doing here is Dennis Leary's character, Tommy Gavin, was a bit of a loose wire, had a lot of problems. But when he would argue with his wife, it would be this like knockdown, drag-out fight. And then the wife would go, of course you're great in bed, Tommy. You're amazing. It's the best sex I ever had. But I need more than that. And I was like, oh, it's so obvious that Dennis Leary wrote this character because he injects into it what a stallion he is, how big his cock is. You know what I mean? Like, he puts little things that he wants you to think about Dennis Leary. That's what Aaron is, where when he's the voice of the fans, he's like, oh, man, I don't want to donate anything. I mean, we love you. We think you're really handsome. You have a big penis. You're obviously really strong. You're great at boxing. But, like, you know, we don't like to donate. And he's like, I hear you out there. I hear what you're saying.
Everything you said is true. Also, great hairline, they're saying. The best.
Yeah.
We are here to watch you for free until you finally.
By the way, real quick, are you a Dennis Leary or a Bill Hicks guy?
Bill Hicks.
Okay, just making sure. Just making
Yeah,
sure.
Quit. We love your show. We think it's great, but there's a million shows out there. We don't really need to pay for this one. We don't really give a fuck about you.
Wouldn't that be the same logic with like Matt and Shane say? Because now you can look at Shane Gillis and say he doesn't even need the money. You know what I mean? We just talked about Cumtown. They're leaving their Patreon open and not doing anything. And they're just like, pay if you want. We give us the $5 a month. We're not adding anything. If you want the archives, here they are. And people are doing it. People are like, yes, we want to support you guys. And Aaron's like, I know you think I do an amazing show. And you probably just don't like donating to shows. It's like, no, that's not the issue. That's never been the problem. It's the way you go about it is very humorous to a lot of people. And it's actually the reason we are watching. It's not that you do a great show. The reason I watch is to watch you do this. It's very fun. And it's transformative content, so get off my ass.
It is. And Mike, it's that time. It's rally time.
We're rallying?
We're rallying.
Oh my, I thought 195 was insurmountable. But guys, you smell that? The goal is in sniffing distance.
I forgot my rally towel somewhere. God damn it, where is this rally towel?
Let's go to All You Can Eat Negro says, did Anna make her goal today? I wish I had the fucking audience Young Turks did. I wish.
I bet their audience donates.
Getting rid of the goal is like the number one thing in my life.
Oh,
Flinty Gecko.
Go back. What did he just say? Was he saying that seriously? Am I missing sarcasm?
No. Sometimes the truth comes out.
Let me hear this again.
I wish. Yeah, getting rid of the goal is like the number one thing in my life. Flinty Gecko.
It's a great. His segues are the greatest. Where he just yelled, "Flinty Gecko!" I just acknowledged something I wish I didn't say out loud.
Just forget that last part. I'm gonna say it louder. Flinty. Y'all forget that last part.
He's a man with a family. He's like, getting rid of the goal. He has criminal charges against him. He's like, oh man, getting rid of the goal is the number one thing in my life.
He's known for being this is literally, if you look up cuck, it's this guy's picture. The number one thing of getting rid of is the goal.
That's a brutal. I like making fun of Aaron and everything, but like, That made me. He keeps saying this word, so maybe it's just stuck in my head when he was calling Nick sad. That makes me sad to think
Makes me sad.
that's the number one thing in your life is getting rid of the goal. Then find some supplemental income. Do something about it. What are you, Aaron? Get out! I didn't realize it was so important to you. Get out there and do something. Hurry! Get off your ass and start making some money. Hit the goal, goddammit. I didn't care before, but now I'm invested. I didn't realize it was so important to you.
Those St. Paul lawns aren't mowing themselves, Aaron. Get out there. $5 each.
Most important thing in my life. I don't even like. I feel gross continuing to make fun of this guy. I didn't realize it was such a tragedy.
It is like the end of therapy. You get to the end of therapy and you get to the final answer. And the final answer is always sadder than you think it's going to be about what you care about.
Yeah.
This is the saddest one I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's Aaron yelling, "Fuck you, Dad!"
Yeah.
I'll show you.
The goal is just fucking...
The goal is the number one thing in my life.
The goal abuses him. The goal abuses Aaron.
I want to say, I listened to the guy. I want to say that I want to criticize myself and say, Mike, why would you clip that out? Clearly, it's out of context. Unfortunately, I just know there isn't any more. He just blurted that out. The number one thing in his life.
Ish. Yeah, getting rid of the goal is like the number one thing in my life.
I think that's the other quote, by the way.
Yeah.
I think that's the other one I wanted in the outro.
That one is pretty solid.
Getting rid of the goal is the number one thing in my life.
I think you got to like have all the music come down and everything and just end with that one. So it just ends sad, like Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, a spotlight comes on him.
Gecko. Performing rescue duties with, well, not necessarily rescue duties. He's also trying to beat Miss Tay, who's up to 363. Flinty Gecko with $50. Thank you, buddy.
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
That's a $50 sound drop you guys just got right there. That makes it all worth it. That's what Aaron does. If someone donates $50, he plays an Elon Musk drop that we've all heard, I don't know, 11,000 times at this point.
And Gearheads, you're not off the hook. You just saw it. Pay up. You just.
Oh, that's true. You guys owe me $50. Yeah. Each one of you owes me $50 because you got that Elon Musk drop. It's not like it's been an exhausting news story. I don't know if anyone knows this. Do you know Elon did the Heil Hitler?
I just saw it. It's amazing.
Yeah,
I never knew that.
It's very fresh and interesting.
I saw Bill Nye do it yesterday too. Apparently, everyone does it.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
every time. Trooper 56 with $20 over on PayPal. Thank you, buddy. Thank you very much. That's going to bring us down to
and now you owe me $20.
Yes, well, yes. Sorry, YouTube, but it wasn't us that said it.
Bucks. There you go. Now you're back on track. Get it. Knock it out. We could have done this at 7:30 today. You guys are killing it. $90 away. Back
that's
on
really,
track.
jokes aside, it's really a sickness that his mood hinges on that thinnest string where he's dangling by the thinnest of wires. And all of a sudden, like, someone donates 50, someone donates 20, and he's like, all right, now I don't want to kill myself, huh?
I imagine a future where like all this stuff is like considered what alcohol has been, and there's like a 12-step program to content creating yourself, and like you'll just be sitting in a room at some point around a bunch of circle and be like, "Yeah, my goal was 280 a day, and I did it twice a day." My name is Aaron, and
Aaron, no one has given you any money during this session. How does that make you feel?
They just pass around $1 so they can feel like they're getting something for their time.
Aaron gets shocked every time he says rumble rants.
Rack, knock it out, win for the toe, all of that happy horse shit. Perfect week. Jump on in, click the link.
Dopamine's flowing, Mike. The chemicals are bubbling up there now. The money's coming in.
This is like, if you've ever been in a relationship and maybe your lady it feels like she's putting on an act, that she's as mad at you as she's presenting. She can't be that mad about this. She's almost in tears. This is crazy. And then you run into someone, and she takes a phone call or something. She's like, hey, what's going on? You're like, these emotions can't be real. How do they hang on that delicate? How are they switching interchangeably like that? That's what Aaron is when he's talking about the goal, where he's like, I guess you guys don't really care about me. I guess I'm just a stupid idiot who does a dumb show you don't want to donate to. Ooh, $50! Yay! I love all you guys so much. You're my best friends. It's like, well, these don't seem genuine, these emotions.
No. Next, RFK. That's my RFK.
Well, that's about as good as you're going to hear. If you thought that was bad, then buckle up.
Rebecca with $5 over on PayPal says, "Dear God, stop." You know what? Rebecca just gave us $5 to stop. Can you guys outbid her?
Okay, so I'll tell you what's happening before you hear the insufferability of it. Aaron has been doing this RFK impression, and he thinks it's really good.
Oh, no.
And he did it for, I'd say, 4 minutes before I picked up on this clip. So this is already people like, for the love of God, Aaron. I'm trying to support you, man. I'm trying to watch this show. Stop doing your RFK impression. And you might be thinking, what do you mean, stop? You mean it's so good that people are in stitches? That they're holding their bellies because of how funny Aaron is? Well, I'm not here to judge. I leave that to you people. Let's hear Aaron's RFK impression.
I am willing to let you guys. I want to have a perfect week so bad, and we're only $85 away. I am willing to let people contribute Robert F. Kennedy Jr. phone sex lines to the program. Hello, SP. This is the man who loves you. I just wanted to let you know that tonight, when I'm done with you, you're not going to be able to walk straight for the rest of the weekend.
Is it Reagan?
It's Eleanor Roosevelt.
I'm going to...
Oh, he's not done.
Tonight, I'm going to spread health awareness in the bedroom. I'm going to wear the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine on my dick.
Is what I'm feeling right now how people think when I do like Alec Baldwin? Or
No,
like,
no. I do
they
not
like,
get that out of your head.
"Oh,
Get that
God."
out of your head. Yeah.
Because I don't want anyone to feel the way I'm feeling right now listening to this impression.
No, we feel joy when you do your voices. I
don't know.
I have
Guys,
a column of...
Let me know if Casey's lying to me to make me sound foolish. Because if it's 1/10 of this, I want to kill myself.
Well, they're not putting little whiny RFK on the super tips, and they are with Beggy Monster. So something you're doing is right.
The other problem with it is like, even if it's a bad impression, if you have something to go with it, it could still be funny. Aaron's not saying anything. He's just like, oh, this voice is so good. Content be damned. The voice will carry me through.
Yeah. No voice and no content. Amazing.
I'm going to inject it into you.
Okay, it's probably over now,
I'm
right?
pro-vaccine all of a sudden. I'm going to give you hepatitis and the vaccine at the same time.
Oh, Aaron is loving it. His laugh is like, if you were casting someone to be uncomfortable and like unfunny but thinks they're funny, and they did what Aaron just did, you'd be like, my God, we've locked up the Oscar. How did we find this guy? Yeah,
De Niro walking into Taxi Driver.
Yes, where like the little subtleties. How did he capture a man so desperate to be funny that he could pick up that little uncomfortable laugh of him like, and then silence. It's why Aaron should have a co-host, even though Johnny Crutches would give him nothing. But there should be another human being there to kind of like take away from the uncomfortability of Aaron. Like, aren't I killing it right now?
I got a few ideas for co-hosts.
We're going to use you as a human
Brendan Schaub might be needing to co-host soon. I'm just saying, Brendan
could
and
be fun.
Aaron would be amazing.
sexual experiment. I'm going to infect you with HIV. Jesus Christ, I meant to say hepatitis.
Oh, well, at least it's flawless. At least the execution is flawless.
I'm going to put AIDS on my dick and then AZT on my balls and see which one gets there first.
My God.
That was a Freudian slip with HIV, boy. Hepatitis B, HIV.
I mean, come on, folks. Am I right? Anyways, what else is going on?
Is it just me? Someone get Aaron an AIDS test immediately.
Jesus Christ. And he
The
did
audience-
that. I couldn't take it anymore. This is like a short clip. He did it for 10 minutes. At least it felt like that.
Did at the very end of it, did he go, RFK? Did he tell you who he was doing?
RFK, ladies and gentlemen.
That would be amazing.
This is enjoying it at least.
All right, what perfection looks like. We're getting to the end. This is the last clip.
You mean the
and it's a long
RFK
one.
impression? That's what perfection looks like? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, after that perfection, what this perfection looks like. What does back-to-back perfection look like?
Okay, so this is a perfect week. Like, we are on the cusp of a perfect week, and you're about to see exactly what it looks like. Like, put it this way. Nolan Ryan threw a bunch of no-hitters. I don't know if he ever threw a perfect game, now that I think about it. Maybe he's a bad example. But if a pitcher throws a perfect game, if you were to give up a hit or a walk, still a pretty fucking great game. It's actually pretty amazing. Doesn't matter. Someone breaks up perfection, it's no big deal. If you're on the cusp of a perfect week and you don't hit it, dire straits. Mm-hmm. Everyone, the city has been decimated. If you, it is so razor thin, the line between perfect week and abysmal failure. It's astonishing because this is a man on the cusp of perfection, and frankly, he's just not stopping to smell the roses.
Sorry, here we go.
All right, guys, what do you say? We got 6 minutes left. Let's see if we can knock this thing out. We got plenty to talk about today. We got plenty left over for overtime. Just $80 separates Steel Toe from a fourth straight perfect week. Help us out. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, at Steel Toe Media Inc. on Venmo. Throw it in. MSO says, oh, my God, you still didn't meet the goal. No, I'm...
my friend
I'm worried that it
MSO
might
is
not-
here for you, Aaron.
not happen. It's a perfect week. We've knocked out everything else. All the evening show goals have been nice and easy. Yesterday's goal in the morning was nice and easy. Monday was a super struggle. Tuesday was a mild struggle. Today's been up and down.
I like the recap of the goal throughout the week.
Yeah.
I like when you get Aaron's feelings at the end of the week. Here's what you missed if you're new to Steel Toe's goal. If you just tune in the last 5 minutes on Thursday to see how the week turned out, here's what you missed this week. Monday sucked. Tuesday was great. Wednesday was okay. Thursday is gut-wrenching.
He's really missing an opportunity here, like those shows do on TV. They go, previously on the goal. Or next time
And it's Aaron
on
like,
the goal.
no!
Yes. And it's always, on the next time, it's always like, we hit it. So he can be like, come on back. Yes.
Yeah, see how we did it next time.
We can finish it off strong. Let's do this thing. 5.5 minutes left to go. Links are in the chat. Click
By the way,
one of
this
them.
clip is like 7 minutes long, so I don't know how his math really worked, but
Throw in a few bucks. You get inside of $50. We got to do the 30 minutes for you and hit you up for it during that extension period. But, hey, I think we should just do the damn thing now and call it another win for the Toe.
you naughty
All
boy.
You Can Eat Negro says, do you accept Snap? Well, I mean,
stop saying
you know,
that name, Aaron.
works for the Somali grocery stores. 5 minutes left. Let's do this, guys. You have no idea how much 4 straight perfect weeks would mean to me.
Oh,
yes, even if
we have an idea because you won't stop telling us. You're shoving it down our throats.
You're making a noose as you tell us. We know what this means to you.
You may be a slut for the goal, Aaron, but I'm rather prude. And you're subjecting me. You're holding me down and forcing me to suck the goal.
We're goal Mormons.
even if we have to do it this way. The best audience there is, keeping the best show there is in business the last 4 years independently. Keep it up. We're just $80 away from being at true zero, which would be
Aaron is the
wonderful.
proof of absolute zero, and that's in content.
All my bills are paid. Starting fresh. You guys owe me $300 Monday. It never ends.
So keep it up. Everybody throw in your 5s. Everybody throw in your 10s. Everybody gift memberships. Don't worry about the person next to you. Don't worry about anyone else. Let's
person
just
next
get
to me.
this thing done.
What the fuck is that?
Puerto Rico.
I'm on the subway, and the guy next to me, I'm like, "What are you giving? How much are you donating to?" I don't even have to say Aaron. I'm like, "How much you donating?" They're like, he's like, "Well, he said 5s and 10s are acceptable. I was hoping to give 20, but I don't know if that's allowed or not."
We had to cancel the game because the kids were huddled around watching Aaron. So.
And then I turn to my other side and I say, "How much are you giving, ma'am?" And she's like, "I'm just looking into the maximum YouTube memberships I'm allowed to give. I've already given some Rumble rants. I'm just seeing how much I can give is the issue I'm dealing with now."
I called the IRS to see what I can legally give in one day over Venmo.
Yeah, then it's a
Tax
tax
notification.
issue after that. Yeah.
Freaking prostate puncher says, I gave you $3. Get off my ass.
It's fair.
Tronanon with $1 says, RIP Major League Baseball Hall of Famer Kirby Puckett, the best Minnesota has ever created, passed away 11 years ago today.
Oh.
Damn, we've been 11 years without
Too soon?
Kirby.
Why is Aaron
Thank
so
you,
shocked
Tron.
about that?
Kirby hit the.
If you told me like Ted Williams has been dead for like 22, I wouldn't be like, "Oh my God, it's been that long since we've heard from old Teddy Ballgame."
And on 4 minutes left to go, we
Very few heroes in the Minnesota area, Mike, I think is the answer there. And you got to
Prince and Kirby Puckett.
are not rallying right now. We are $80 away from true perfection. I'd really like to see it happen. I cannot ask you kindly, nicely enough. Please
that's
consider
for sure.
contributing to the show.
You cannot
and
ask us
consider doing
kindly.
it in the next 3.5 minutes so we can get this thing
Time is evaporating
hammered
off the
out.
clock.
Dub says, I tried to dono, but it doesn't let me. Try one of the other ways. Try one of the other ways.
And this guy's just fucking with him. I tried to donate, but I'm not allowed.
I see this a lot in Joey C's chat. Your PayPal's not working, Joey. And it drives Joey insane. He's like, it is working. Hold on, let me check.
At least Aaron's learned to blow by that, where he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, try one of the other ways then.
I gave you 90 ways.
Try them all."
Please, because we need to get this 80 knocked out to call it a final win for the toe. I would hate to be $80 short for the week. It really would annoy the shit out of me, especially seeing as
Razor
it's
thin
a
margins at Steel Toe.
banger shows this week. Suave Banana with $10
You're a big
says
stock
if we hit.
market guy, Casey. I imagine you pay attention to like earnings calls and stuff like that.
Yes, I hate earnings calls.
Has a company, in your experience, has a company ever come out and said, "Guys, I'm sorry, we have to report revenue was $80 short of expectations this quarter," and then you see the stock plummet. Everyone's like, "Oh God, they're failing, $80 short."
Mike, I've seen people that can say, hey, we made $5 billion more than we were going to, and then the stock collapses, and you're like, what the fuck do earnings call even mean then? Why am I on the phone here?
Exactly. Aaron is like, we could be perfect. Everything could be perfect. But instead, I'm going to cut my wrists if we don't make this $80.
Overtime, can we watch the interview with the Chinese guy? Absolutely. Father Justin Queso says it puts the queso in its mouth. $65
I'm glad you're
away.
reading all this. That's good.
Just a little check-in on free chat while he's begging
Such
for
dire times.
Yes.
From today's goal. Hey, look at that. Not my demo with $50 over on PayPal. Totally fake, guys. Totally fake.
They are afraid.
Hey,
$15.
that's not the $50. I thought it was Elon.
Yeah,
I thought
don't
Elon
know
was a
about-
$50 sound. I'm getting ripped off here.
But he said it was fake, so maybe he's being honest with us about
No, that's him saying, "Hey, I know you guys know my donate. You guys think my donations are fake? I'm gonna tell you they are. I'm gonna fuck with you. You're just fucking with us a little bit.
How dare you reverse psychology us on this
Yeah.
perfect show?
Yeah.
Away from a perfect week.
Let's
Oh
get there.
my
Let's
God.
get
Thank
there.
you
All
guys
right,
so
I'm
much.
feeling it now.
Not
Now my
my
juices are
demo
flowing.
with that 50, making it look fantastic. $15 left, and it's a perfect week for the toe. 2.5 minutes left to go.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Would be very
so
funny if
close.
you guys left that last $15 until that last half hour.
That would be so funny.
Take it on socialist media.
Be very
says that
Monty
will
Python
trigger
out of
the
us.
STDS.
Believe it.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it takes way less than that.
Oh, hold on.
Papa Shop.
This I don't know if you heard that. This if Aaron hits our goal, yeah, excuse me. If Aaron hits his goal here, it's going to give us all of us STDs.
Oh.
We're gonna get those STDs. It was
Still
dormant
doing that.
for a couple weeks. Yeah, it was dormant for a little while. We weren't talking about, but STDs they might flare back up if Aaron hits his goal here. So I better hope he doesn't do it because that could be devastating.
Maybe he was out in the sun. Sometimes it flares up when you're in the sun, Mike.
Sure.
Bigot on socialist media says that will trigger the STDS. It doesn't. I mean, it takes way less than that. Papa Shab says SP coming in clutch. Yeah, the comment on the $50 said, "Oh baby, I can't wait for you to sex call me as Robert F. Kennedy Jr. It's gonna be hot as fuck." $15 away.
Sure.
Give us your best. We can This is one we can do $2-3 at a time. Easy enough. Yeah, we'll watch that. Interview
I love
Swap
how excited he gets for different mathematical breakdowns. Oh man, 15 is a number that actually it can't be divided into 2 evenly. But he's like, this is a number that could be. It's divisible by 3. Imagine if 5 people gave me $3. How much fun that would be.
$15. Hold on, let me get the change counter. I can take nickels again.
He loves fractions and breaking things down to. He's like, if it was $20, that could be broken down. You could each give me $4. That would take 5 people. 5 of you could give me $4. 4 could give me $5. It works both ways like that. That's kind of fun.
Minus 30% from YouTube, obviously. You know, we got to keep.
Well, he doesn't necessarily do that. When he needs the money, you notice some of those calculations just kind of fly right out the window. Not that big a deal anymore.
Yeah, there's 3 steps traveling in the NBA. Who's looking? Who's even looking at it?
Exactly.
If we knock out overtime, why the hell not? 1 minute and 45 seconds left to go. I think we did decide that we're clipping out the RFK Jr.
There was a
section.
vote.
You know, one thing people do say is
it's really exciting. I want to hear what people say to Aaron in a moment, but it's really exciting to think we all just watched Aaron do RFK. Mm-hmm. When we want to watch it again, inevitably, we won't have to go back to the full show because he's going to clip it for us. You know what I mean? Isn't that exciting to think about?
I'm just thinking how much time I'll save because he did that for me. I mean, because I'm going to be watching it.
Right. You
but
don't
I
have to
didn't wanna
comb
watch
through the full episode. Now you can just go right to it and be like, oh, Aaron's RFK impression. Now when I show my friends, it'll be much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron, more impressions. And my thing is, I do quite a few impressions still on the show. It's just, we do a lot of shows.
Yeah,
$15 left from.
You know?
That's maybe the douchiest thing.
It's tough for him. What do you mean? It's tough. Dana Carvey deals with the same issue.
Yeah, being not funny. Yes. Hey-o.
Yes. Nice slam of Dana Carvey.
Thank you.
I'm knocking it out. 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go. Who's got part of that last 15 to call it? Not another win for the toe, but the final win for the toe for the week. Throw it in. Call it a W.
Oh, I forget these Thursday wins are
1
not just
minute.
any win. They're the last of the week. So it's a little. It's like when you win a series. You know, it's not just winning another ball game. It's winning a 3 or 4 game series. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
Aaron does think of his life. Now that I think of it, every week is a new 4-game series. And that's 4 for the morning show and 4 for the evening show.
I'm exhausted just thinking about it. I don't know how you would put that into play. That is just too much begging.
To go. 1 minute remaining. $15 away from
15.
Pay Dirt. Away from the end of the line, and then on to Rumble Friday tomorrow.
How about,
Let
let me throw an idea at Aaron here, and I don't want to tell a genius like him how to run his show. When you're $15 away, what if you're like, hey, maybe I don't really give a fuck about that. It's symbolic, essentially. You know what I mean? Like, we have the goal. If we're 10, $15 away, it's not the end of the world either way. How about I just do a show for the next half hour? Instead of making them suffer to the exact millisecond. Like, you need to be right down to the final tick-tock of the clock. You need to hear me talk about the goal. What if you just said, like, yeah, who cares about this last video? I'll just do a show. I think it's because Aaron is aware that everyone is there to watch this, watch him squirm. And that's the weird thing about Aaron is, like, he is embarrassing himself, but I think he's a sadist of some kind. Like, I think he likes it.
I'd say more of just a pure cuck.
Yeah,
He's pure cuckoldry.
Going to experiment with Rumble Studio again tonight, see how it goes, but I don't know. I got to figure out how to get all of the board to play through it and not interfere with the audio. It's probably doable. Shit,
good
if
to include
Mersh
us
can
in that
figure it out,
process.
anybody can. A retarded goat could probably figure it out.
Hey, that's my buddy.
30 seconds left to go. $15 away. We had a hell of a rally. And
It really
then
was.
$15.
Hey, that's good. I'm glad
up.
Aaron can stop and say, let's appreciate the times we're in. Because so often, you forget the struggle is actually the good times. You hear so many successful people say this, like, I wish I appreciated the struggle more. Because it's like, that's really when we were having fun. Now we're so worried about meeting the bottom line, that like those up and coming days, we didn't realize how good we had it back then. That's when you really create memories, is the rise. I appreciate Aaron saying, like, we're still 15 away, but that was one hell of a rally, huh, gang? What do you say? Let's all take a moment to appreciate it. What we did back there in that rally.
I am amazed he doesn't go, hey, guys that gave 100, 200. Like, you don't want to have that go for nothing, right? Just give another 15. Like, you already gave 100.
Right, let's look at the leaderboard. These people could be failures. They could have their name. This could be a board of shame if we missed the goal this week. These are all just losers that gave to nothing.
You're letting them get away with it there. Come on, get on your thing.
So, Dunzo. All right, guys, ready for the final countdown. Let's see if we can bang it out before it's all over. Before we go to the last $30, Tronanon says, use OBS as an ingress, mute the Rumble Studio. That is a great idea. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold on. $14.90. Wow. Away from perfect.
That's
Ryan the
hilarious
Garbage
guy, by
Man
the way.
with 10 cents.
You can send 10
on
cents.
PayPal.
Oh, and PayPal.
Thank you, buddy.
Well, you know what, gang? I'm going to chalk it up to we did it.
We did it.
We're 10 cents away. We'll give Aaron that one. And that just goes to show you, we could talk about the goal when Aaron, like, am I seething right now because Aaron hit his goal? I don't think so. It's about the journey, man. We have just as much fun. As long as it takes down to the last second, then we're having fun. When Aaron meets his goal in like an hour, that's when it's like, oh, there's no reason to watch today. But when it's down to the last second, we have fun watching Aaron. He entertains us,
Yeah, absolutely. And like Aaron said,
Hilarious this morning. I have news. This show is not for you.
oh, hold on, I gotta go back.
As Aaron said,
If you don't think that I've been hilarious this morning, I have news. This show is not for you. And we should lovingly part
All
ways.
right, see you later.
yeah, you know what? That's the one. Send that to Craig. That's the one going in the outro.
It is. That's
Aaron, you've made it.
it is. All right, we got some super chats, Mike, and then we'll get out of here for the day.
Okay. Has Electra boycotted the rest of the show?
No. She had a phone call with her father, and so I was like, "Hey, did you boycott?" No, she's been on the phone, and so. Yeah.
Well, Daddy put her in her place earlier. So.
she is. Yes. No, she's
Oh,
all good.
I apologize. I didn't mean to be so stern with her, but it was a
Little
much.
She's. You know why she's great? Because she gets it.
Okay, good.
Hugh Why for $5. Aaron's moves are actually no joke. Although humorous, he may need surgery because he came off of steroids incorrectly. Go to the doctor, Aaron. Oh no.
I'm certainly not one to make fun of someone's body. I don't. That's not my place. But
You look very svelte on here, Mike. I gotta say.
hey, thanks. Thank you.
Yeah. The one pun, $2. I want to see Aaron use his math and barter a hooker. Aaron orders a hooker would be a great show.
Yes. Now I give you. Now what you take is 30%. We have to think about what your pimp is taking. And so what I'll really pay you is $43.
That would be amazing. All right. Dang.lizard, €5. Quick reminder by us, the Disney Corporation. You, the viewer, owe us for endless hours of entertainment. So PayPal, Venmo, Streamlabs, Rumble Rants. Yes.
Yeah, you pay to get into the movie, and then throughout the movie, they're like, "This is a pretty fucking expensive movie." Like just because it's animated, do you think it was cheap? No, we had to pay a lot of money for this thing.
100%. Like I took care of my pops when he passed away, and he was just saying nonsense at the end. At the end of Aaron's life, it is really just gonna be PayPal, Venmo, Streamlabs. What was that, Grandpa? PayPal, Venmo, Streamlabs, Rumble Rants.
I do, to be fair to Aaron, that is all of us in a way where like I have thoughts sometimes where I'm like, I'm not gonna say this out loud, but because it's nonsense. Just like something, it's some Tom Myers quote or something. But imagine when I have dementia. Like,
Yes.
that'll be tough. I'll sound a lot less coherent than Bill Murray. That's for fucking sure. Joe.
I'll tell you, old folks content creator house would be amazing. Just a bunch of senile content
That
creators.
could be fun.
That could be fun. I'm here for that. All right, Rockabee 2002, $5. I need to insert myself into this one, quote unquote. That's what Ricada said about April.
Ooh,
Got him.
nice.
Yes. And finally, our last one here, Don Fried Chicken, $9.99, always comes in with a nice
What does he have
Krager's
to
one
say?
He goes, sorry I'm late. Krager's was babysitting my daughter. Oh, no. So I
Damn
went
it.
to pick her up, and they were playing hide and seek because she somehow locked herself in a soundproof basement with him. Those scamps.
Yeah. Well, Craig does morning diaper checks, so I'm sure he was making sure that everything was nice and tidy down there, which is very nice.
Go to blindmike.net for everything Blind Mike. Look at me. I did it. Krager's did it.